Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this. This is your weekly WWE NXT review. I'm your host, LK from KocoSports.net and LK VIP. Make sure you subscribe to both. Thank you, and welcome to the NXT review. Did you give this show A win, B a loss, and C a tie? We just came off this week's NXT. I'm going to give it a weak win. I enjoyed the majority of this show. I liked the direction we're heading in. This was a fresh set of TV tapings that took place last week, so it didn't really feel dated. And that was a huge factor when I watch NXT. Sometimes it does feel dated. For example, it was in the month of October, and there wasn't the pink rope. That to me just makes it feel a bit dated. But this is NXT. We're from the Full Sail University, the home of the Full Sail fuckers, FSF. Like when they're there chanting NXT, NXT, I'm there, FSF. First round Dusty Road Tag Classic match. Anyways, get straight into it. We have Rich Swann and No Way Jose versus Tony Nese and Drew Gulak. And I'm going to be honest here, I was torn because as much as I love Rich Swann, I equally hate No Way Jose. And it's strange because they're both the same character in essence. The difference is I love Swann and I hate No Way Jose. And I have no freaking idea why. It baffles my mind. It really. So on one hand, you have a guy who dances to a song, and I like him. No Way Jose dances to a song, and I think he comes across as a goof. Maybe it's the way they're dancing, or maybe it might be the fact that Rich Swann was an independent pro wrestler. Maybe. And if it is, sad state of affairs. So, 3 of the 4 men involved in this one came from WWN, the World Wrestling Network, which hosts Evolve, which does lots of different programming. And that's just a testament to the relationship that NXT has with Evolve, that they can have 3 of the 4 men in this tag match in a profiled first round match in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Classic, and pretty much all 4 minus No Way Jose was as part of the WM roster. And that's just really just proof of how bloody good they are at building stars, that WN. So it's just a kind of a recommendation that and another reason why you should watch WWN. I mean, you should anyway. I follow Evolve, and I haven't caught up with the Evolve from the weekend. It's just been mega fucking busy, and I definitely need to do the Evolve reviews. That'll be for VIP only. Sorry, guys. Apparently, WWE is high on Nese. I talked about that on one of the daily shows I have on VIP. I can't remember which one. I think it was Daily OK with the news show. I saw a news story that said Tony Nese is apparently the office are high on him. And if that's the case, bravo. And I like that a lot. I'm a huge fan of Tony Nese. I've been saying his praises ever since I did my very first Evolve Wrestling review on this channel. If you go back and you find my Evolve review from about a year ago now, you will find me putting over Tony Nese, saying he's one of the most underrated pro wrestlers on the planet. Now he's on a big, grand scale of NXT. That makes me a very, very happy chappy. The match was structured so that Rich Swann was your face in peril. I like that. I always like when it's a small and big man, that the small man's the face in peril, so then the big man could get the explosive hot tag, which Jose got. Nese made Jose look like an absolute $1,000,000. Jose, to his credit, hit a really nice pop-up into a right hand for 2. Swann hit an imploding Swanton off the top to the floor. That was really nice. And then Jose hits a half Nelson slam to get the win, and I enjoyed that. And then and they will be facing the Authors of Pain in the quarterfinals of this tournament. After the match, they cut a promo saying Authors of Pain are next, and they were doing the mix of Can You Handle This, which is Rich Swann's theme song, which is absolutely magnificent, and No Way Jose. No Way Jose's song was stuck in my head about a few months ago. Now it's kind of gone, whereas Rich Swann, ever since I've heard it, him and Cedric Alexander are my personal 2 favorite theme songs from the Cruiserweight division. I love Cedric Alexander's theme song. I absolutely love it. I absolutely fucking adore Cedric Alexander's theme song. And if you're VIP, you know that most of my intro shows are either the Chuck theme song or Cedric Alexander theme song. It's worth the price of admission, ladies and gentlemen. 99 pence a month, you're getting Cedric Alexander's theme song. Fucking brilliant. Decent promo. They're connected to the crowd really well. The Full Sail fuckers sadly going to cheer for anything, which does make me a bit upset. But decent stuff. 2-star kind of thing. I like the promo afterwards, and it was a decent match. Then we have Ty Dillinger. He's in the doctor's room. Ty says this was weird. This is his issue isn't with Sanity, it's with Bobby Roode, and he wants Roode at NXT Takeover Toronto, and then they announce it on, of course, because it is still ran by the WWE in a screen capture. WWE in there, screen capture. WWE then, now, forever, screen capture. They love their fucking screen captures. But what I didn't like is that Ty Dillinger said, you know what, I don't care that the Sanity beat the shit out of me. You know, if that was me, I'd said, you know what, Sanity, you took me out, and I will never forget that, and I'll get back to you at a later date. However, right now, right here, right now, I have an issue with Bobby Roode. Roode, how dare you turn your back on me, you no good son of a bitch. Who do you think you are? And I'm going to prove to you that you are indeed that at NXT TakeOver Toronto. You know, but this is developmental, and it's a bit wrong to be very critical on these guys sometimes, because it is hard to remember when you're seeing guys like Roode, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Samoa Joe, and people like that. You sometimes forget that this still is developmental, and it's kind of, you kind of sat there shaking it like, this is developmental, and half the time they are better than the main roster guys. But here, it's not his fault, because he was given the verbiage to say, and sadly he said it, and it just didn't connect to me. It might have connected to you, however, I just think it made him come across as an idiot. But anyway. And then we have an interview with Austin Aries. He basically hypes his mystery tag team partner and throws a banana heel on the floor, which made me laugh. But again, it's promoting, and I like that a lot. Then we had Bobby Roode versus Sean Maluta. Of course, I have to say it in the accent. Is there anyone out there right now who does not love Bobby Roode's entrance? If you are one of those people, please raise your hand. I've looked, I've tried, and I couldn't find one. There's going to be some scuttlebug out there somewhere who doesn't like Bobby Roode's theme song. Not theme song, sorry, his entrance. His theme song's great. It just suits him great. And, you know, Roode's had lots of gimmicks. You know, he has had lots of gimmicks. He was in Beer Money. He was with Team Canada. He was the It Factor. He was just Bobby Roode towards the end. Not really the It Factor or anything. This is the best gimmick he's had, by far. He fits the role. He's endured and just bit into this role, and it's fucking magnificent. The way he walks, his mannerisms. When you look at him and he shouts "glorious," you believe every word that's coming out of that fucker's mouth. Believability. I say on every fucking show, believability is high on my list of priorities when I watch pro wrestling. And Bobby Roode has that. He looks the part. He looks like a professional wrestler. Maluto's not that bad. Maluto is not that bad. The match was a squash, though. Impaler DDT gets the win for Bobby Roode. Old school squash. Roode looked good in the win, but Maluto's getting some TV time. Obviously, he was in the Cruiserweight Classic. Got some TV time and experience of working with a guy like Roode on TV. And TV experience is what matters, surely, in the end of the day. After the match, Roode cuts a promo saying he will take over Toronto. Yeah, he said that, and says Ty Dillinger just keeps on whining and complaining on social media, and that he tried to bring him to the glorious level of Bobby Roode. However, it did not work. Ty then comes out. He comes running out. Roode beats on Ty. Loud 10 chants. Ty then beats on Roode, clotheslines him over the top. Ridiculously loud 10 chants. Finally, a program for Ty Dillinger to sink his teeth into. I like Ty Dillinger. Okay, I really, really do. And seeing his progression from where he was to what he is now, it's just incredible. A guy just goes 10. Literally, he just goes 10. And he's become what he is now. And it's just a testament to how talented he is, and just how good if you present someone properly, in the proper manner, no matter who they are, you can rejuvenate their whole entire career in a click of a fingers. Fucking magnificent job, whoever's been writing Ty Dillinger, minus the hiccup during the interview in the doctor's room. I didn't understand that, but maybe that was just me being a nitpicky son of a bitch. I'm watching this with a pen and my notes, so I'm taking notes and looking for things to be critical, maybe a bit too critical sometimes, but I think this is going to do wonders for his career. I think that if he beats Bobby Roode in Toronto, I think it'd be an amazing pop, but you don't know how the crowd are going to react, because Bobby Roode's from Canada, Ty Dillinger's from Canada, clash. So I think Bobby Roode is from Toronto. I can't really remember, but I think he is from Toronto. If he is, so's Ty. Two Canadians in a ring. It's going to be great. And I think the match will be great. If Ty gets the win, it'll be the biggest match of his career, and will probably take him up to the next level. But if they want to do Rude versus Nakamura, I don't really know on that one. But it was really good. It was I give it 2 stars if you include the run in from Dillinger, and it was the first time I've actually got emotionally like, yes, come on, Ty, it's a rarity. Then we have an interview. We have a backstage interview with Liv Roadman Morgan. And if you're wondering why I call her Liv Roadman Morgan, in case you haven't watched previous NXT reviews, if you haven't, A, welcome. And B, basically a roadman is a term that I've heard at work. And I was like, what is a roadman? This was a few weeks ago now. And basically, a roadman is a form of chav. In America, they're called thugs. Okay? So they're a form of chav-thugs that are basically, they're not actually thugs. They think they are. And they act like that. They walk like, I'm the man. Dun, 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 dun. Like, roadmen spitting. Like, unbelievable. I hate roadmen. And I hate Liv Morgan to back it up. Royce and Biddy Clay. That's what she's now known as, Biddy Clay, because she's plastic. Oh, brilliant. Oh, Clay isn't plastic, fucking idiot. Biddy K and Royce attack her, drag her by the hair onto the ramp, where Royce does a pretty nice kick in her head. Royce cuts a promo saying basically the division belongs to them now, and they threaten Asuka. Not too bad. Really nothing wrong with it. It's just to take them seriously against Asuka is a bit difficult, but they're trying. I A for effort, and I always talk about on majority of these programs that I want effort. I want to be able to see, hey, look, even if it doesn't work, the effort's been put in. And when I think of Raw, I think of Vince in there just going, oh shit, you, oh my god, we've run out of time. When I think of NXT, I think of a boardroom with maybe in the Performance Center where they're all sat down and they got this like this, pen and paper, and just writing down ideas, stories, characters, maybe even a board at the side. I can see that. At SmackDown, occasionally, I can see that there is thought process going in. I thought the opening, and not to talk about SmackDown too much, but I thought the opening the opening segment with the Wyatts and Kane and Orton was very well done. And I didn't put that over as much as I should have during the SmackDown review yesterday, and check that out if you haven't already. Just really, really good stuff. And Asuka, well, I think what they could do here is, obviously I don't read spoilers, the night is dark and full of spoilers in my opinion. What they could do here is Asuka and Ember Moon versus Royce and Kay, and then you could do something great. Ember Moon versus Asuka. NXT TakeOver. I want to see that. Then we have Tucker Knight versus Otis. There always has to be a name that I'm going to slaughter in a show. Tomorrow's Lucha Day for myself and my partner in crime, Sammy. He's not here due to work obligations, sadly. But same's Booms. That's why Booms in here, so I'm going solo. Tomorrow's Lucha Day. Okay, tomorrow we'll be reviewing Lucha Underground here on the free channel. VIPs get a CMLL review as well as a Lucha Elite review. So sign up, VIP links on the screen and in the description box below. But I take pride in slaughtering these people's names. It's what I do. It's what I do. And when I saw this man's name come up on their screen capture, I was very excited. I'm thinking, how am I going to change this man's name? Like TNA have Siona, whatever the fuck her name is. Here it's Otis Dosovic or Dosovic, one of the above. It's. I don't mean to be horrible here, but I can't understand the man's Otis. Can you imagine that? What shall we name our kid, honey? Otis. No. I want a name. What should we name our kid? Otis. Babe, what should we name our kid? Stop fucking around. This is serious. This is our kid's life. His whole life he'll be known as this. Otis. Oh, you little shitbag. Don't you hit me, I'll phone the cops. Unbelievable. Otis Dosovic. They're facing Austin Aries and a mystery partner. This is the continuation of the Dusty Rhodes tag team partner and of the classic, sorry. The mystery opponent was Mr. ROH, Roderick Strong. Loud Roddy chants the reunion of Generation X. Generation Next, sorry, from Ring of Honor back in 04 to 06, around that time. I was not watching. I was 8 years old in 2004. There is no way I would have been able to watch Ring of Honor. No way, especially in England. No, to get Ring of Honor now, I have to watch it on the Fight app, and that's a pain in the ass as it is. And technology has grown so much in 10 years by itself. So back then, there was no. The only way I caught up with that stuff was in the Power Slam magazines. Shout out to Power Slam. They no longer run. That's extremely sad. Now, Tucker Knight, in the opening few minutes here, hit a drop kick. That may not sound like, what are you talking about that? This guy's 300 plus pounds at least. Agile as fuck. Really, really, really impressed. Strong in the best shape of his whole entire career. Really looks like he's working it hard in the gym, and good for him. Very good for him. Knight gets the hot tag. He clears house, and I'm pretty impressed with his ability and agility. Like, I don't put over many people, but this Tucker Knight I like. Especially considering he is a performance center, proper, true, thick and thin. He is a performance center guy. He is. In the end of the day, that's what he is. He's born bred in the performance center, and I think he's actually really good and probably one of their best work. And I hope he doesn't just get lost in the shuffle like these people are, like Tucker Knight. Like, he's had squash matches where he's been squashed. Dan Matas, whatever the fuck that roided up juice bag was. Decent match. Aries dives to the outside, then Strong hits a gut buster plus a sick kick to get the win. I actually liked both teams. I expect Aries and Strong to go deep into the tournament. And now in the quarterfinals, listen to this for a heck of a match. TM 6-1 versus Roderick, Strong, and Austin Aries in the quarterfinals. What a match that's going to be on TV, unless it's on a house show or they're doing it at the next set of TV tapings, however the fuck they're going to do this. And you know what's really scary about this whole thing? Now, there has been a few, rumors amongst the fence about Roderick Strong coming to NXT. Now, again, sorry to plug it. For my VIPs, I booked before they announced that there was a Dusty Rhodes, the TV tapings happened. Before the last set of TV tapings happened, I did one of my weekly shows where it's called LK Books. And I booked the NXT Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. I printed off the PDF format where it's all, and I wrote it down in front of me, and I booked it. My Aries mystery partner was Roderick Strong. If you don't believe me, sign up now and check it out. I swear to God I did, and when he came out, I was like, holy mother of God, Vince McMahon is one of those VIP members. Actually, no, it won't be Vince McMahon. It'll be an NXT writer. Maybe it's William Regal. He wants to support the fellow Brits. And you should support the Brit here right now. 2-star kind of match. Again, that's the theme of this show. It's very 2-star-ish, but that's average, not like that. This was above average. We have an interview with Adrian. I'm thinking Adrian Carminetti came into my head. A listener of this YouTube channel. Adrian Carminetti. I'm glad I didn't write that down. I've been damn embarrassed myself. So I have an interview with not Adrian Carminetti's Andrade Almas. Almas looks dapper. He's wearing this lovely suit. He's looking great. He has a translator who also looks great, I might add. Say that a bit quietly because they're all upstairs or shit on it. He then says, since taking the mask off, which is a big deal in Mexico, he has lost respect and feels he deserves it for what he's given. And says he no longer cares about that respect. He cares about himself. Good follow-up. I was scared that this whole Adrian, again, he's now known as Adrian Almas. So I was scared that Adrian Almas would be lost in the shuffle. I did. I generally thought he would have, because of, the next set of TBT people, they might have forgot, but they didn't. And I'm very, very high on a Alexander Almas rematch down the line. They come out, and the way they're presented is bloody brilliant. You have to check out, guys. I recommend you guys checking out the Sanity entrance by any means possible. If you have to go on W's YouTube channel, if you have to type it in YouTube, but I fucking recommend you to watch it. It's bloody brilliant. And the four of them, they all play the characters very well. And I say it a lot, and I'm going to say it again. Believability. It's there. When I see these guys, I believe that they believe they are the characters. And that's what I love about pro wrestling. Then we have Nikki Storm from good old Scotland. Good old. Rosita from... That laugh was awful. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have laughed. That was an awful joke. I do apologize to any Scots listening. Toilets. Nikki Cross versus, I think it was Rosita from TNA back in the day. I'm not really sure. The Austin Aries' wife. That one. I love the little things in this. Okay, it was pretty much a squash. She got no offense at being Rosita. I love things where she's ripping her hair and biting her hand. And you know what it reminded me of? And this is a fucking huge compliment to Nikki Storm. It reminded me of Mankind when he sat in the corner and ripped his hair out and bit himself. She was biting her hand. She was biting the turnbuckle. She seemed like just a lunatic. That's what Dean Ambrose needs to be like. Dean Ambrose, please watch this young lady. She gets to win with a swinging fisherman suplex. After the match, she attacks Sarita until Eric Young grabs her off. She then nails Eric Young. They never do that. They never ever do. They never do male on female violence, which shocked me a lot. And then obviously the other guy, I forgot his name and I do apologize, basically grabbed her off. They left. Referee reverses decision. This made Sanity look legit, made them look for real, made them look like badass, and the way they were presented, the way they were promoted, the way how they delivered and nailed it made me believe in that gimmick. Really great job. Then Nakamura comes out. And I'm getting scared because the more I see Nakamura in WWE, the more it reminds me that he will soon be moving up to the main roster. Vince, if you fuck him up, I will fuck you up. I will come to your mansion. I'll knock on the door. They'll say some dodgy internet guy's here to do the cable. So I'll come in. You'll think I'm doing the cable, and I'm going to get the sledgehammer out. Triple H's ones. Then it will be a conspiracy that Triple H done it, not me. And then I'll smack him in the head with it. Sorry, just going to happen. Nakamura cuts a promo saying, if you want the NXT Championship takeover, come and get it. And then Patrick Clark came out. Yes, you heard that right. Patrick Clark from Tough Enough. He came out. And I don't know how to describe this. His new gimmick. Okay, this is his new gimmick. His new gimmick is that he's Orlando Jordan. And if you don't know what Orlando Jordan is, he's a male dressing as a female who's acting like a male, but at the same time he's acting like a female. He's dressed like a male, but a female as well. It's difficult to explain. I don't want to talk about it because I don't want to get in trouble. Clark wants a match with Nakamura. Clark gets right in his face. Nakamura just kicks him in the leg, kicks him in the head, kins Sasha to Clark. Joe is standing there on the ramp. Tension, drama, building towards TakeOver where you know Joe's going against Nakamura. TakeOver is shaping up to be great. You got the continuation of the Dusty Rhodes Classic. You got Bobby Roode versus Ty Dillinger. You got Nakamura versus Joe. Decent damn event, and I'm looking forward to it. And I hope it's shaping up to be, shaping up to be a good card. I'm looking forward to it, and I hope it delivers as we get us some live comments. Not a lot of live viewership because normally we review NXT an hour after because we wait for Mr. Boom Boom, but Boom Boom sadly cannot join us tonight. And I wanted Booms to be on because I like doing shows with other people. I get a bit lonely, but live comments to keep me going. So Gary North puts, show was a win for me. That's from Gary North. Yeah, it was a decent show. Win from me too, Gary. I was a big fan of how everything kept going. You know, there wasn't a time where it was kind of just a wasted opportunity or you know, they didn't do anything or they didn't follow up. They followed up with the Ty Dillinger Bobby Roode stuff. They followed up with Nakamura and Joe, and they followed up with Almas and Cedric Alexander. And Sanity, they followed up on that after their debut. Then Chauncey Bullock, PJ Black returned to WWE. I mean, he's doing great stuff on Lucha Underground right now. I don't really see the need for him to come back to WWE. He didn't do anything while he was there, so why the fuck should he come back? And I think he's doing good stuff on the Indies and Lucha Underground. But thank you guys for the questions. Thank you everyone listening. Again, please buy Dave Koco's book. His link's in the description box below. It's called Operation Freakshow. I'm 4 chapters in, and it's bloody amazing. I need to continue to read the book, but you should continue to buy the book and support Dave Koco, support this channel. You can support me, who comes here and brings you content every day of the damn fucking week without fail. It's 2:31 a.m. and I'm grinding. I have work, but I come back, I want to do it. And you can help me by subscribing to LKVIP, lkvip.podbean.com for triple the amount of content. Tomorrow's Lucha Day. You're going to get 4 fucking shows uploaded. And the best thing about it is if you have it on mobile device, once you go to the website, it becomes an app and you can download offline. You can listen to on the toilet, on the train, on the bus, on the way to work, at work, gym, doing your cardio, listening to me for a few hours. Beautiful. Get it. Subscribe. Boom. Now. Do it. Thank you. Thank you very much. KocoSports.net, your home for combat sports and everything in the wacky and wonderful world of professional wrestling / sports entertainment. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this show. Make sure you stay safe. Make sure you stay well. And I'll be catching your asses down the line.